Hey, it's Hunt. You found Hunt on Saints. We're talking black and gold football. Do us a favor. Hit the like button, share your comments below, and hit that subscription button so you can get all of our content. Enjoy. We're going to talk black and gold. Sharif Ishaq, WDSU down in New Orleans. Saints OTAs ongoing. He's been there covering them and joins us now on the Jim's Firearms Hotline. Sharif, how are you?
Good. Hot and nasty out there yesterday for practice. But you know what? I love the heat, so I can't complain about it.
It's a little easier to deal with the heat in August when you know football's right there. When you feel like it's a long way away and you're dealing with the heat and it's football, I think that can get to be a bit much. But I'm glad you enjoyed a little bit of it.
Yeah, it doesn't last that long, though. It just feels like you're out. Yesterday we had some good cloud cover, even though it was a little sticky and humid. But look, it's football. I'll sit out there and watch football all day. I don't care how hot or how cold it is. Just it just feels different whenever it's during football season.
Tanoh Kpassagnon was announced to have torn his Achilles yesterday. How big a loss is that for New Orleans?
For a defensive line that showed some struggles last season, it's kind of a hit. I know he had that one big game against the Giants when he had 3 sacks, but you can't afford to lose any rotational players along that defensive line. And he did more than just sacks, and he opened the polls for the other players. And he's a good leader, nice guy, really smart. It's a loss. It really is a loss, Hunt. And they're already without Chase Young until some point in the training camp. So now they're going to be without Tanoh until at least maybe 5, 6, 7 games into the season.
So the question remains, do they need to add if you're uncertain about both of those? You don't know exactly when Kpassagnon can be back. You don't know exactly when Chase Young is going to be ready. Do they need to add at that spot?
Yeah, I'd like to see them add a veteran. It'd be nice to see them add some veteran. To go find somebody before training camp or during training camp. Specifically, I would think after mandatory minicamp in 2 weeks, go out there and find you somebody before you start training camp. You got to get another veteran in there. He's going to miss at least the first 4 to 6 weeks. So, yeah, you definitely need to make some additions there.
Question is, can Isaiah Foskey be of any use? The reviews on him were unanimous early in training camp last year. This guy's got a long way to go. But I did read yesterday that things maybe got a little bit better in OTAs, as much as you can tell with defensive linemen doing work at this point. Do you have confidence that Foskey can be of assistance without those two guys?
Well, he's got to show me, man. He's just got to show it during the regular season and preseason. Practice it's all fun and games whenever you're not wearing pads and you're out there in shorts and a jersey and a helmet. It's got to be done whenever it's the red light's on, and he just hasn't shown it. He really hasn't shown it yet. He's got the build. He's got the ability to do it. It was awesome at Notre Dame. Now he's just got to show glimpses of that now that Kpassagnon is out. So I really I want to root for him. I want him to do well. He's a second-round pick. You need the production from him to help that offensive line defensive line coming off the edge. If this isn't a wake-up call for him, I just don't know. It's just like Trevor Penning. It's got to be a wake-up call for you since you're a second-round pick.
Let's keep talking about, I should say, the defensive front. Brian Bresee, I thought had a nice first year in black and gold. What have you seen from him?
It's funny when you ask about the defensive line because they work so far away from our eyes at the Saints facility, but you get to watch a little bit of them whenever they do team drills. And like I said, it's so hard to do to really explain how good they can be or how bad things are going because of how not in pads, but I like him. I like what he's done. He's got a great attitude, man. That's the one thing. Great attitude, great motor, and it seems like he's so invested in the game of football. And I told you last year, if he got around 5 sacks, 4 to 6 sacks, I think it would be a great rookie year. And I think he did exactly that. Now he's just got to build upon that and show everyone that he is, a dynamic defensive lineman. And I truly think he is going to be like Sheldon Rankins good.
Do you think he will play the most snaps of any Saints interior defensive lineman next year if he's healthy?
Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt. I think Brian Bresee will play more snaps, and I think he might play more snaps than anyone on the entire defensive line, if you're going to really ask me that question.
Okay. That's fair. That's what you would expect. I didn't expect that from him as a rookie. That's why you went and signed 2 interior defensive players, and you had Saunders and Shepard to kind of break him in. But now it's time to go.
Oh, absolutely. You you're young and you're hungry and you are the guy they picked in the first round. So yeah, you better be ready to go and go strong and make sure that you're out in the field pretty much the entire season. I have faith in this guy that he can probably play more snaps than anybody on that defensive line.
All right, I didn't know. That's kind of the lead. I guess we got an injury like you did to Kpassagnon, but the obvious situation is offensively with all the change and shifting that's going on over there. What have you been able to glean about Klint Kubiak's system, how Derek Carr's acclimating to it, and all that goes into that?
I want to just talk about what Taysom Hill said about his role in that offense. Now, it's a learning experience for him. He spent the first 7 years learning, Sean Payton and Pete Carmichael's offense for all those years and now he's like switching to a different, verbiage and offense, and he likes it. I mean, you got to think what Klint came from, the Ishaqs and the Kittles and the Deebo Samuel. I mean, he just loves that, ability to learn. He loves to be challenged. He said he's glad to be challenged by Klint Kubiak and the new coaches. And I think you could tell he had a big smile on his face yesterday, just even talking about his role in that offense. He knows it's going to take some time, but he feels like he's going to evolve in the offense and be able to be a little more dangerous and even more unique in that offense. So I took a lot from talking to Taysom. All of us were talking to Taysom, and you could just see the smile on his face for most of that 9-minute interview we had with him yesterday.
I mean, look, they're not going to come in and tell you, yeah, this offense is terrible. Like, I can't figure this out. This sucks. But do you sense a sense of renewed belief in their offense when you talk to players and coaches?
Yeah, it's fresh. It's something new, and you get a different perspective and a different fresh ideas. It was getting stale with Pete, right? We said it all last year. It became stale. They were still trying to run Drew Brees' offense with Derek Carr. It didn't work. So now you bring in, the more modern day offense, caught up to, 2024 offense. You got to, adapt and change. And that's exactly what Klint Kubiak is going to bring. And everyone seems happy for the players who are actually there. Seem pretty happy. It'd be good to have Alvin Kamara in the building to, help the offense a little bit more and get more acclimated to the offense. But yeah, everyone is, happy. Everyone seems refreshed.
Trevor Penning report?
Well, yeah, he talked for the first time yesterday too about his move to right tackle from left tackle. He said he had been practicing it during the off season in Frisco with an offensive line coach, so Duke Manyweather. So that's what he said. He spent a good portion of the off season working with him, and it was a phone call from Dennis Allen. Clean slate. Look, forget about everything that happened in the past 2 years. We're going to get you out there on our right side and hope it works for you. And if it works, it's a home run for them. They don't fail on their first round pick, but man, I'll be honest with you, it's trending bust. I mean, I know we still have time to see what happens during training camp, but those first 2 seasons, it was trending bust for him. So he's got to wake up. He truly has to get it going. He has to wake up, and he has to be a significant part of that offensive line because got some holes there, Hunt. They got some holes there without Ryan Ramczyk, and who knows, they're going to play the other guard position. Right now, they're running Saldiveri at one guard position, and you got Penning at right tackle. So it's got to work, man. And for Penning, this is boom or bust time. It's time to go for him.
He's Sharif Ishaq, WDSU down in New Orleans, talking all things New Orleans Saints. Hey, it's Hunt. Thanks for watching Hunt on Saints. Before you leave, help us out a little bit. Hit that like button, leave your comments in the section below, and hit that subscribe button so you get all our content right here from Hunt on Saints. We'll see you next time.